Hello and welcome to the Small Business Sweet Spot. I'm your host, Barb Davids, and this show is dedicated to helping small business owners like you get more organic website traffic, and also to help create and distribute content and analyzing the numbers so that we can make better informed marketing decisions. It is action-oriented, direct, and conversational. And if you've been looking for SEO or content marketing help, please stick around to the very end where I share about the group coaching program, Small Business Sweet Spot. I'm so glad you're here. Let's go. Hello, and welcome back to the Sweet Spot. This episode is covering a workbook that I created called How to Get 1,000 More Website Visits. It uses my SWEET framework, SWEET. And in the last two episodes, we covered the S and the W. Select your target keyword and work on a blog post. If you'd like to download a copy of the workbook to follow along, you can visit compassdigitalstrategies.com/PDF. And I've also put a link into the show notes so that you can grab it easily. Or if you want, obviously feel free to grab a pen and a paper and follow along that way. Let's get into the first E, enhance with summaries. Your page titles and descriptions are what show up in Google search results. So it's the line that you first see when you go in there, and then it's the two, it kind of looks like one or two sentences underneath the title. These are like window shopping. It's like a display of your website, and you want to enhance it so that it is compelling enough for readers to want to click yours over someone else's in the search results. The page titles are generally created from the headline of your blog post. Those can be changed, though, if you would like to tweak it just a little bit for what shows up in the search results. The meta description, if it's not filled in, generally takes the first so many characters from your blog post. Here's the kicker. Sometimes Google overwrites them. Actually, probably more than sometimes, but it's still a good idea to fill it in so that it's not blank, because other search engines, while they don't have as much market share as Google, they do use that description. Okay, so here's a simple way that you can get a list of all your page titles and descriptions to take a look and see if they are compelling enough to click over someone else's. So if you have less than, say, 20, maybe even up to 40 pages, the simplest way is to go to Google itself and type in site:/yourdomain.com. That's SITE:/yourdomain.com. What comes up is a list of all of your website pages that Google has indexed, has found on your website. And so those all get listed there, and you'll see the page title and descriptions for each. Now, another way to do this is to use a tool called Screaming Frog. I found it's the most simplest to use. There is a free version. And when you use Screaming Frog, it's better for if you have a lot more pages to go through, because you can export it into Excel or Google Sheets. But also it will pick up pages that maybe Google hasn't found, or that maybe Google hasn't found yet. So you can see all of the pages, and that way you can take a look at all of the page titles and descriptions. And here are some things to look at for your page titles and your descriptions. Is the page title less than 60 characters, including spaces? Is the meta description less than 160 characters, including spaces? Does the page title and meta description clearly describe what's on the page? Does the page title and description contain the target keyword? And does the page title and description seem compelling enough to want to have the reader click through into your window display? And does the page title and description compel the reader to want to step in to your website? There are examples and inspiration in the workbook. Now, what's the best way maybe to approach this? Which ones do you look at first? I recommend going through first your homepage and taking a look at that one, and then going through your service or your product pages. So whichever ones get the most traffic or you think is the most popular, work your way down from that, and then go through your blog posts. Again, those would be whatever is seen the most, or you could just go alphabetically, or you could go from newest to oldest, and then after that, go through the rest of your website pages. The key takeaway is to go through your page title and your descriptions and see if there's anything that you'd like to change or update so that they are compelling enough for people to want to click in to your website. That wraps up this episode to help get more website traffic to help your business thrive online. We'll see you in the next Sweet Spot. Cheers. Thank you for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're looking for SEO and content marketing help, consider joining the Small Business Sweet Spot. It's a group coaching program where you can get answers to your questions about your business directly and clarity around the marketing strategies that you would like to implement in your business. You can find all kinds of information at compassdigitalstrategies.com. And if you like the episode, please tell a friend. Cheers.